Boy, guys, you're really going to make my earn my keep on this one. How can you tell if your child's not crossing midline? And what are you going to do about it? First of all, you have to be able to identify it, which most people can't, which is unfortunate. We see movement and we see stuff. There's a difference between locomotion and functional movement. So again, functional movement is something that's going to keep me alive. Feeding my face, right? Getting up, moving around, coming in, going to all fours, right? I have to use rotation. I'm reposing gravity, and it's going through my minor and major organs. So I just posted a video about a cute little baby just dancing around, and everyone's like, woohoo, and the video's going viral, but the child's not crossing midline whatsoever. I'll give it a little bit, and that's just what people don't understand. So, tush shot. So the child first, and they're like, how is that not crossing midline? Okay? What you're not seeing is again, this is crossing midline, right? When I'm seeing a hula dancer and all of those kind of things, but again, look at the difference of my chest. I'm counter opposing, I'm doing all of these things, and my arms are swaying. When I'm like this, and I'm just going like this. This is the only way that this child could barely cross midline, but the chest isn't moving. Now the child spins around like this. Where was the midline, right? All of that. There's no midline crossing. What you should have seen is, again, a spin, right? There's a difference between my chest crossing midline and not crossing midline, right? My arms are out here, everything's static. Now the child is doing these kind of movements. There's no crossing midline, right? And doing this kind of movements. There's no crossing midline. Again, the child should be doing all of these kind of movements because at any point they can sit down and they can go up and they can move and do all of that. And you will see much more of a visual kind of thing. So if you see people that are just, again, doing hula dancing, but again, like belly dancing. Now this is something adults can do where they can isolate those kind of movements, but this comes when mastering skills when they can isolate and do. These are adult based. That's why Shakira gets paid a lot more money than I do, right? To make those kind of movements. But when a baby is just doing this and this, guys, there's no midline, right? This is a crossing midline. This is a crossing midline, but this is not. So learn how to see it, make it more efficient, and you want all of this, right? Julie, this is stuff, again, crucial for Sarah, right? You want to work on those kind of movements, and that's why we can go reach for a cup. This is why we can go tie our shoes. With this kind of movement, that child's still in falling, or they're gonna have to plop down or go to the belly. That I can guarantee you this child army crawled or had some kind of asymmetrical crawling going on. It's really showing up in their system. It's not about that the child's not moving. We're going after optimal movement. This child's dancing around and I know it's cute. This child needs help. It's going to have problems riding a bicycle, going to have problems with reading, maybe dyslexia, just based off of these movements. Why let it happen when we can prevent it and catch it so much earlier on? That's what this is about. It's not about diagnosing. It's catching it and dealing with it so much earlier on. And by the way, guys, all these kind of moves, again, this is what we want for senior citizens. If they're like this, you know what I mean? Like these are, and they're looking and, oh, you know, who wants that? You know, someone like this should be able to just sit like this, know where they are, have spatial presentation. I want to shift my weight and do all of these kind of things, right? This happens with age so quickly. You know, I go to the gym and I see people that are just even not moving and they're at the gym, and that's a shame. But all of these kind of movements, all of this, and going in and coming out, knowing where I am, I'm not worried about falling off the table. Those are things that you want, right? For your baby, for yourself, for your grandparents, and that's what we need. It's the quality of movement. But go back now and watch that little thing that I just posted. It's cute to watch, but there's very little. There's maybe a little bit of midline. I'll give it in the tush, just a hint of it. But again, notice it's very static. The hips are not crossing midline. Don't look at midline just because it's here, right? Midline, if I'm here, I have a midline. If I'm here, I have a midline. Midline happens at a cellular level, right? It's not that I just sawed myself in half like some magician. That's not what you're looking for. Thanks.